Before we go to break, I do want to look at the continued compartmentalization and isolation that's happening in the current administration. We talk often about projection, that which they accuse the other side of, they are guilty of themselves. One of the regular claims about the Biden White House was that Biden was being kept isolated from information, from decisions, that there were people in charge and Biden didn't know what was going on. And for all of the fair criticisms of Biden and how he had significantly slowed down in general, and he's elderly, okay? For all of the criticisms, Biden always seemed to know what he was being asked about. He always seemed to know what had happened in the news. He remembered being briefed about important things around the world. Trump's really struggling, and it's sad. And it seems that he is being kept out of the loop. Here's an example. A confused Trump reacts as though he doesn't know what J.D. Vance is saying about Russia. He just doesn't know what's going on within his own administration. Take a listen.
Vice President Vance said Russia was asking for too much to end the war. Given that, do you still have confidence that...
When did he say that?
Earlier this morning.
Well, it's possible that he's right. He may know some things that, because I've been dealing with this and some other things, but we are getting to a point where some decisions are going to have to be made. I'm not happy about it.
Imagine if Joe Biden ever reacted and said, Kamala said what? My vice president said, I haven't heard about it. It would be 3 days on right-wing media. But Trump was asked about the death of those soldiers in Lithuania. He said, I don't know anything about it. He was asked about, I believe it was a car bomb that killed a Russian general. He said, I'm just learning about this right now. And now it's J.P. Mandel said what? Haven't heard about it. Trump is asked a really specific question. Is the administration sending migrants to Libya? Trump has no idea.
Any other questions?
Are the administration sending migrants to Libya?
I don't know. You'll have to ask Homeland Security, please.
He just doesn't know. And again, it's not that we expect every president to know every detail about everything all the time. But the standard that is being applied to Trump is so different than what was being applied to Biden. Now, remember the whole thing about 90 deals in 90 days? Howard Lutnick said, with regard to the whole tariff scheme, I believe we can do 90 individual deals with 90 different countries in the first 90 days. We're at 0 deals and 110 days right now. But in case you were wondering, we're not on track really for any deals. And here is Trump saying, we could sign 25 deals, but we don't even actually have that. Listen to this. Trump's trying to project strength here. But if you read between the lines, you realize there's no deals here.
Trade. Just to finish, we also have a situation, because everyone says, when are you going to sign deals? We don't have to sign deals. We could sign 25 deals right now, Howard, if we wanted. We don't have to sign deals.
Now, remember, Howard said we would already have 90, and Trump saying we could have 25, but we're choosing not to
sign deals with us. They want a piece of our market. We don't want a piece of their market. We don't care. Trade.
Totally fried, and implicitly admitting we haven't signed any deals right now. Could have signed 90, could have signed 25, haven't done it. Simply haven't done it. Maybe the most rambly moment, Trump starts talking about victory days for World War I and World War II. I guess suddenly feeling we don't celebrate winning the world wars of 100 years ago enough.
All Americans should take pride in what these incredible patriots have achieved. So I just want to say happy Victory Day to all. So we are celebrating every year now. I can guarantee for 4 years, but I think after that we're going to have 2 victory days, World War I and World War II. This is World War II Victory Day.
Wow.
In the future, we're going to have a major celebration of each day.
Wow.
We're not going to have days off because we don't have enough days in the year. We have too many celebrations already.
There you go. So incredible patriotism coming from the Oval Office. And then finally, I know he said this a lot lately. It's important to debunk it every time. Trump says we're losing $1 trillion a year in trade to China.
In Switzerland, what do you expect? What do you hope to come out of
We'll
it?
see. I mean, look, it's we were losing $1 trillion a year. Now we're not losing anything. You know, that's the way I look at it. We were losing with China on trade $1 trillion a year, more actually, 1.1. But let's say $1 trillion. You know what we're losing now? Nothing. That's not bad.
Now, once again, when we send China $1 trillion as part of trade, we're not losing the money because China sends us $1 trillion worth of stuff. Imagine if I said, you know, yesterday I spent $100 at the grocery store. I lost $100. The grocery store took huge advantage of me. They took $100 from me. I should just stop doing that. Well, the grocery store did give me $100 worth of groceries. If you pay your plumber $200, did you lose $200 or did you exchange the $200 for plumbing services that you needed? It's a very dumb talking point that Trump has stumbled into. And one of the things that is common with this guy is he'll stumble into a talking point that makes no sense, but that he can articulate comfortably. We were losing $1 trillion and now we're losing nothing. And he sticks with it and he repeats it. And that is also, by the way, a sign of decline, that you use these verbal and linguistic crutches because anything more complicated is just too difficult to explain. Trade is called trade for a reason. It's not called sending money in exchange for nothing. It is a trade. We are trading money for stuff. And when countries import American products, we are trading stuff for money. This is really basic stuff. He either doesn't get it or people around him aren't explaining to him that this is not how it works. Feeble, sad, disoriented. It's not getting better. Did you know that countless commercial databases and people search sites are storing your personal information? Anyone from an employer to a former partner can use these platforms to get details about your online presence, your home address, phone number, email, license plate, family members, financial information, even political views. Europe has laws that offer some protection, but in the US, the data is widely accessible. Even the FBI will buy this information from companies to spy on people without a search warrant. Our sponsor, Incogni, provides a solution. It takes just seconds to sign up, and Incogni will send removal requests to all of the major data brokers, legally compelling them to get rid of your data. Incogni keeps you informed throughout the process. You'll get real-time updates, who has complied, which ones are still pending. They'll handle follow-ups, they'll handle appeals on your behalf, and this will save you hundreds of hours. Very few people have the time or resources to do this on their own. This service can also reduce the number of spam calls and emails you get, since many solicitors and scammers get your information from these very same sources. Go to incogni.com/Pacman and use the code Pacman for 60% off. The link is below.